What is good, fellas? And hope you boys are all having a fantastic day. Today we're talking about the best ways to get these name of the game tokens. Those who don't know, the name of the game tokens are what is needed to claim a free name of the game champion. Quick little video disclaimer, you can't actually get 17 tokens today, but fellas, it is going to be a grind. And so this is going to be something you are going to want to do every single week. I am telling you, there are hours on hours on hours that are going to be required to get these 17 tokens, especially if you don't want to spend any coins, which, like, for free players, you shouldn't want to spend coins, but it's not going to be something you're going to want to do in one lump sitting. So knocking it out every single week, that's what we're here to talk about. Before we hop into anything brand new, though, we do have a few quick small things we do want to go over. First things first, we are currently on the road to 1,000 subscribers. So if you guys are new to the channel and you do enjoy daily CFB Ultimate Team content, I feel like you already know what to do. Get on there, drop a like on this video if you have not already. And now that we got this all out of the way, let's talk about the best ways to claim this free 86, might also be an 87 overall name of the game champion. Reason I say that, as soon as we get the final overall increase of season 1, I would assume this bumps up to an 87 overall set. It jumped from 85 to 86 when the overalls increased, so once again, I would assume it does the same thing. I will say it did increase the number of tokens you need by 5. So there is a chance when we bump up to 87s, you're going to need 22 tokens compared to 17, but the methodology is still the same. In the beginning of the video, I said it was going to be a grind, and yeah, fellas, it is going to be a grind. Right off rip, you guys can actually come over here into the store, and you can buy tokens in this fantasy collector bundle. Do not buy this pack for 465,000 coins, or basically $50. You can get 4 tokens every single week. You could buy 5 of those right here. Please don't do it. That is a terrible bang for your buck value, especially because you can get these tokens for free. When it comes to getting the tokens for free, there is going to be 2 different methods to getting it done. One, you can't do this quite yet due to the number of weeks we haven't had yet in the game, but there are tokens down here in the name of the game solo. Again, this is going to be a long grind, so this is a video you want to bookmark or just something you want to think about every single Tuesday. But you're going to want to get your solos done. After, if I had to do the Moshi math right here, next week, the next week after that, so 2 weeks from today, we're going to be unlocking name of the game tokens every single week rather than unlocking 80 plus overall name of the game player pack. And so right off there alone, not this week, but the next week, we're going to have 1 token. Then after that, we're going to have 2. And then every other week after that, I would assume it's going to be an additional token. So week 3, we'll have 3 tokens. Week 4, we're going to have 4 tokens all the way up to 8 weeks. And after those 8 weeks have passed, so I guess 9 weeks from now, you're going to be able to unlock 8 name of the game tokens. You might be sitting here asking yourself, like, yo, dude, we need 17 tokens. There's only 8 right there. And yeah, this is where things get super, super fun, especially if you are not a big fan of offline grinding. Now, before I hop over into the Season 1 Field Pass, it doesn't want to work right now. I'm just going to tell you, this is not going to be a grind for everybody. This is going to take an excess amount of time. But if you have the time and you are no money spent, even if you are money spent, a free champion is a free champion. It's gonna take, I haven't done any of it yet, so I'm not gonna say to get to the point where you have everything as of right now, it's gonna take set amount of hours. But if I can finally get over into the Season 1 Field Pass, this is where you're gonna want to work. You have to play 30 games in the name of the game event. You also have to get sacks for week 1. This is just week 1 challenges straight up. You have to play 30 games in the name of the game event. Now, every single time you finish off all 6 challenges, there are 3 challenges per 1 set right here. So grand total of 6, you are going to get a set amount of tokens per week. So for week 1, you're getting 2. For week 2, you're getting 2. But for week 3, you're getting 3 tokens. So if the Moshi math is cooking right there, that is an additional 8 tokens. I would assume for week 4, I'm going to throw a wild guess out there, we're also gonna receive 3 tokens. And so after a few more weeks of this being what you have to do, we're actually gonna have enough tokens to claim a free 86 overall B&D champion. Now, where things get even more confusing, and the reason why this video is dropping today, I swear it's not because I've ran out of video ideas. We have been posting 4 videos a day every single day. It was either we do this or drop a top 10 list, and I was like, yeah, this is probably something you're gonna want to get a head start on. You need to play 30 games in the name of the game event. And this name of the game event is over here in events. And these are full games. These are full games against the CPU. and you have to play 30 of them. We'll say the rewards do increase as you go through. It is a set of 3 wins. After the 3 wins, you do move up to a new set of tiered rewards, and every single time you tier up, you are going to receive a better reward. There was a graphic posted, I guess weeks ago now, by EA. I couldn't find the graphic, but just know every single time you win 3 games, you are ultimately going to lead yourself into a higher tier, and in that higher tier, you are going to receive better rewards. Now, I do know people have played all 30 games, and I've heard very mixed rewards on what you actually pull. Some people said they loved the 83 pluses and the 80 plus overall name of the game packs they were getting. Other people told me they pulled the bare minimum, so take that with a grain of salt. It's going to be a grind, and there is a chance it is not rewarding at all. Now, what you really want to focus in here, and this is where it becomes a decision for you, is do you want to knock this all out week by week, or do you want to take this on a case-by-case scenario? Not on week 1, there is a reason why I finished off my Get Sacks challenges, but over here in week 2 and over here in week 3, these challenges, some of them track in any Ultimate Team game mode, for example, rushing touchdowns, but you have to complete 20 passes in the name of the game event. And so if you want to be the most efficient with this as possible, you're going to complete your 20 passes, ideally in 1 to 2 games in the name of the game event. Then you're going to score rushing touchdowns, but this will just happen over time as you play CFB, whether it's online, solo challenges, overtime mode. You will, eventually score 45 rushing touchdowns. As you are playing the name of the game event, you're going to just throw the ball. You're going to throw dink and dunk passes, get your 20 completion, and that'll ultimately lead you up here to, let's say, 2 to maybe 3 games played. And that's everything done for week 2. You have now unlocked 2 tokens. What I'm getting at here is, ideally, if you don't want to be somebody who has to sit here and play 30 games in one sitting, you have to spread it out week by week. That's what I'm going to be doing. Ideally, in a perfect world, the week we can unlock our free champion, the last 2 tokens I earn are coming from this play 30 game challenge if I spread out my additional challenges to perfection. Now, week 3 is a little bit hard. You got to get 3,000 offensive yards. That is not something you can do in 1, 2, 3. Maybe you can do it in 4 to 5 games, depending if you're just slinging the rock, letting them score, getting it back, downing it on the 1. It is definitely possible to get 3,000 yards. I mean, realistically, if you were really just launching the ball deep and scoring 4 to 5 touchdowns a quarter, which, like, you could probably do. You could do it in, like, 2 to 3 games. But let's say this takes you about 4 to 5, maybe even 6 or 7 total games to get 3,000 offensive yards. By week 3, you should be at 10 games played. Going back to the math, it's going to probably take you about, I'm going to say, another month before we can officially unlock that free name of the game champion player. We're about 3 weeks in. Within 6 weeks, we're going to want to be at 20 games played. And then by the time we get to week 9, so I guess another 6 or so weeks away, a month and a half, that is when I ideally think, and at least for me, I want to have these 30 games played. Again, if you're somebody who loves an offline grind and doesn't mind sitting here and just knocking these out every single week, week by week, and you have already finished off your 30 games, then yeah, come over here, get your offensive yards. Team tackles will happen as you play. If you are somebody who does not enjoy the long offline grind, the best way to do it is do it week by week and save the week 1 challenges, specifically play games, for the very end. Make sure you are completing the rest of your challenges over here in the name of the game event. Make sure you double check what tracks in what mode. For example, team tackles, you actually have to have 2 name of the game players in your lineup for week 2. For the score rushing touchdowns, you also have to have 2 name of the game players in your lineup. So just make sure, I guess, you have 2 players in your lineup that do qualify for this. But then also just come over here, get this done on a week by week basis. And then ultimately, if you guys are doing it this way, when it comes to claiming the free name of the game player, specifically the week of, again, if I had to guess, it'll probably be another 5, 6, maybe 4 weeks, depending on how lucky we are. You'll be right on track to actually claim your free name of the game player. You just don't want to get caught behind, especially on one of these long grinds. Trust me, as somebody who's been playing Madden Ultimate Team and I guess CFB Ultimate Team for a while, there is nothing that sucks more than having to play 30 offline games in a row. For those who watch the Madden stuff, aka icons, I mean, fellas, you guys know I gave up after about 2 weeks. I was like, I'm not playing those solo season games. That said, fellas, is going to be everything we got this morning. If you did enjoy this video, go in there, drop a like. As always, I appreciate each and every single one. You have a great rest of your, today is Wednesday. Have a good Wednesday. Peace.